What's up guys, it's James here from Smoking UK, where we review, communicate and educate all things tobacco. Today we're smoking something really special, something that's been catching my eye, sat in the humidor for the last couple of weeks, and I've been dying to get it cut and get it lit. And of course, I'm talking about the Gloria Cubana Turquinos. This is currently a limited edition that we've recently had landed with us here in Smoking. Of course, with a name like that, it's Cuban. Let's run the intro, let's get it cut, let's get it lit, and let's find out a little bit more about this stick. Run that intro.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Now, the great thing of why I wanted to smoke this cigar and get the cigar out there for you today, just in case it is so amazing. At the point of posting this video, Christmas is just around the corner, and this could be the next best gift you buy for your Cuban smoking friend. It's a decent, hearty size without breaking the bank, especially for a size like this, especially out of Cuban tobaccos. This is coming in at a 5.5 by 50 ring gauge, an average smoke time of anything between 50-70 minutes, all depending on how quick you smoke. I'm normally quite a quick smoker, so I reckon I'm going to get a solid 60 minutes out of this stick. It's medium bodied. I think I'm going to get all those beautiful, transcendent Cuban flavors coming through on this cigar. I've not actually smoked this brand before, so let's find out what it's all about with a cut and a light. So I've gone in with a simple straight cut today, and because it's Cuban, because it's limited to us, I'm going to go in with matches. Always remember, when you're lighting with matches, allow that sulfur to burn off so you don't end up getting it all in the cigar. Wow. That's a lot spicier than what I thought it was going to be. As soon as I heard medium bodied Cuban, I was expecting a lot of like woody notes and a bit of earthiness. But that spice, it's not too overpowering either. It's very much teetering here, right at the back of the palate. Of course, we talk about it on this channel all the time. Your initial light of a cigar is always going to be that little bit more spicy compared to the rest of it. If you look at the point of a tobacco leaf, that point, because it's so thin, has a higher ignition rate. And 9 times out of 10, they place that at the foot of the cigar to help us with igniting the cigar. So it's normally, because it's burning hotter, it's a lot more bitter, it's a lot more spicy. It's the exact same reason why you pick up spice towards the end of the cigar, because the tobaccos are burning hotter. It's the hottest they've been burning, and it becomes a lot spicier. And it's probably one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't actually like the initial light up of a cigar. That's very smooth on the retrohead as well. There's very little burn across the cheeks and in the nose. It's very, very comfortable. The last time I smoked a Cuban cigar that had that gentle of a retrohale was the Ramon Allones number 3. It's a very comfortable cigar to hold. I absolutely love the 50 ring gauges and that 5.5. I'm more of a 6-inch gauge, but the 1/2 inch you're not really going to notice much. It almost becomes one with the smoker, and there's something so amazing about smoking a Cuban cigar. I know I bang on about newer cigars on this channel, probably a lot more than I do Cuban cigars, but I truly love Cuban cigars and Cuban tobaccos. And I'm hoping once that initial light of that spice has really worn down on that cigar, all those traditional Cuban flavor profiles are going to start come flooding through. Now, the one thing that I love about this cigar, and one of the many reasons of why I picked this cigar out, is it's probably not one of the most common Cuban cigar brands that you hear people talking about, or the one common Cuban cigar brand that you see people walk into a humidor to pick out. And you ask someone, oh, give me a list of Cuban cigar brands, you're probably gonna hear Partagas, Ramon Allones, Monte Cristo. The list goes on. But this is one that gets overshadowed a lot. And it's quite surprising because they've been going for so long. They were actually founded in 1885 and the locals absolutely loved it. Now, it wasn't actually until like 1954 that the production of this particular brand moved over to the Gas factory. Now, I know we've all heard of that brand, and it was at that point that this particular brand was purchased by the Cifuentes family. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. That same family actually went on to buy Bolivar as well. Now, what makes these so amazing and so magical is because this brand is restricted to exclusive releases and regional editions, which is what makes them so sought after and almost like finding a needle in a haystack amongst the many Cuban cigars that we get here on the UK market. And that retro haze is becoming smoother and smoother. I've got a beautiful flavor profile of coffee slowly coming through. I have not taken a sip of my coffee yet, but if that flavor profile is going to start coming through and it's going to start ramping up that little bit more, I think it's going to pair absolutely beautifully. Now, the name, what does it actually mean? Like, Gloria Cubana translates to the glory of Cuba, which a lot of you might have already figured out. Now, the Turquinos is actually named after one of the highest mountains in Cuba, Pico Turquino, which is actually in the southeast region of Cuba. And it's actually produced in the Vuelta Abajo region of Cuba, which produces some of the finest tobaccos on the market. And probably explains why I'm enjoying this so much, and we're only about an inch into the cigar. That spice that we were getting on the initial light up has started to kind of take a step back. It's still definitely there, but it's becoming more of a balanced spice. And those stereotypical Cuban tobacco flavors coming through, which is what I predicted at the beginning of the video. I'm quite glad that they did. That coffee profile, I am definitely getting that there. And it's also a bit fruity, it's a bit floral. And this is exactly why I love medium-bodied Cuban cigars. I know a lot of them aim to go full-bodied. Probably one of the reasons why a lot of people like Bolivar, because of the full-bodiness. But this is exactly why I love medium-bodied Cuban cigars. Flavor profile is just stunning. The smoke is like a smooth velvet dancing around the palate and on the tongue. And that retrohale is so incredibly smooth, which you don't find very often. Absolutely lovely. Let's jump into the second third. This cigar is absolutely incredible. I'm not gonna, to put it bluntly and to cut out the middleman, this cigar is absolutely beautiful, and it's smoking 10 times better than what I thought it would be. I can sometimes be a little bit biased about Cuban cigars, but this one has truly blew my mind so far. Those flavor profiles that I'm getting during this second third are absolutely stunning, absolutely incredible. That coffee flavor I was getting is really ramped up and is absolutely stunning. That's coated my palate. I've paired it with the coffee as well, like I always do, and it's paired absolutely stunningly. Beautiful woody profiles as well, a little bit of citrus, slight bit of vanilla, especially on the back end of that retro hail. All round, it's absolutely beautiful. It's blowing my mind. I am getting a slight bit of coning, meaning I'm smoking this way too quick. So I'm probably that little bit more excited about this cigar than what I thought I was gonna be. Sat down smoking this. Burn wise, we're getting a nice, even, steady burn for a Cuban cigar. I know we've smoked a couple in the past and they haven't had the best burn, which normally end up rectifying themselves, but this is pretty straight. I've had great construction. The draw is nice and open with a slight bit of tension, so I am having to use my cheeks and my jaw to draw that smoke into my mouth, which I like. I like a little bit of tension on my jaw. I don't like them being really open and almost like sucking air through a straw. It's beautiful, and the aroma in the air is impeccable. I'm trying to find other words to explain. It smells stunning in here. The day we invent smell-o-vision is the day your content is going to go through the roof that we give you, because it smells stunning. I wish you was in here with me. This has really surprised me. And one thing I've noticed while I've been sat here admiring this cigar while smoking through it is the beautiful shine and oils that we're getting on that wrapper. I'm hoping and praying the camera is picking that up. Look at the beautiful glisten on the top end of that cigar. You've got to admit, this is an absolutely beautiful, and I love the presentation on this stick. The colors work really well, and it looks like the stereotypical Cuban cigar. If we walked into our New World humidor over in Smoke King HQ and this was sat amongst it, it would instantly catch my eye because it looked like it didn't belong there. It looks like it should be sat amongst the Cubans. But this is definitely one cigar that, what I'm getting so far, obviously I'm only during the second third, is I don't want you to overlook. I don't think this cigar should be overlooked and people shooting straight to Partagas, straight to the brands people know. This definitely deserves a place amongst the ranks of the rest of the other Cuban cigars. And I'll go as far to say, I'll give you my proper verdicts once I've smoked this final third. I'd go as far to say this has probably been my favourite Cuban cigar I've smoked on this channel, if not to date. And I've been smoking cigars for 5 years. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to confirm what I said during that second third. This has been my favourite Cuban cigar I've reviewed on this channel. And you know what? When it comes to Cuban cigars, I would put this in my top 3 Cuban cigars I've ever smoked. It has been absolutely beautiful from start to finish. Of course, we had that real hearty, really rich spice on that initial light up, which is quite common with initial light ups anyway. That kind of stepped back when that spice became that beautiful balance, and with those beautiful woody note profiles. And then that coffee came in, and that really balanced out during that second. This final third, the spice is starting to ramp up a little bit. That's really common, and that's really normal in most cigars. This is why a lot of people don't smoke the final third of a cigar. The tobaccos are the hottest they've been, which means they're going to start coming a little bit more bitter, a little bit more spice. Some people love it. I love it. Being absolutely great. It hasn't gone out on me at all, this whole cigar. And I've put it down for a couple of minutes and come back to it. And it's been absolutely beautiful. The construction is great. The burn is even better. And I know Cuban cigars receive a lot of hate lately over the quality control and the construction. I haven't had a single issue. The draw became slightly tighter just as I was coming into this final third, but all I did was give it a little squeeze and roll the cigar in between my fingers like this just to move the tobacco around, and it's exactly the same as the way it was. Again, this is another common thing you'll find with cigars, because when tobaccos warm up, they move around. If you smoke a pipe, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's been absolutely fantastic, and I really would recommend this to any Cuban cigar lover. And I know I mentioned at the beginning of this video, because at the point of posting this, Christmas is only just around the corner. Could this be an amazing present for a Cuban cigar lover or any cigar lover? And I confirm, it is. It's absolutely fantastic. If someone bought me this for Christmas and gave it to me as a present, I'd love them to the day I die. It's been absolutely stunning, and I've loved every single second of this cigar. That's been the Gloria Cubana Turquinos over here at Smoking, and it's been stunning. Of course, it goes without saying, we're trying to grow this channel as quick as we can, and we've already grown it 10 times faster than what we thought we actually would do. And that's because of you amazing people. And the reason we keep creating content like this is because how amazing every single one of you are. Hit that subscribe button and smash it. Enable your notifications so you never miss out on any videos we drop every single day. And you're going to expand your tobacco knowledge tenfold, literally, by following us here. We have such an amazing community. If you've smoked this cigar before, if you've smoked this brand before, obviously we said earlier, it's not the most common brand in the world. Let us know in the comments, what did you think? And more importantly, would you recommend it to another fellow cigar lover? Of course, Christmas is just around the corner. We're posting some amazing promotional content. We've got some amazing giveaways coming as well over on our social medias. I'll leave links down in the description below, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, whatever it is you use, I guarantee you'll find us there. I'll leave all those links in the description below. Also, to some amazing accessories I would recommend to every single cigar lover are also going to be down below. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We've been smoking, and I'll see you in future videos. Catch you in the next one.